I reached out to my source, always about infiltration, and there's an infiltration. Okay. Again, my source there, deep state deep state salute, TPUSA, faith, infiltration. We have an infiltration. You have an infiltration because effectively an infiltration, but it's effectively an infiltration, and like an infiltration of inside jobs because Freemason fan believes in infiltration. Philosophy of infiltration. So sinister is deep state. We inside job. According to my source, it's been an infiltration. Freemason law. Freemasons, something that's really big. They follow the money at Neverland's lobby. It terrifies me to have no proof to the Freemason, or my source says that my source is at Turning Point said something that big, follow the money. So let's have an infiltration that from my sources. It's according to my source, deep state. My source is saying that my source is telling me it's Freemason. My source initially told me I have a source. Theater and infiltration. It is Freemasons one. Freemasonry. Where Freemasonry was Freemason, member Masonic Lodge, Freemason law, Freemasons, Masonic Lodge, Freemasons. State. Deep state was deep state. Freemasons. False flag attack. According to my source, in false flag. It's hoax and so sinister. Deep state, he's false flags in the false flag. Deep state, Me Too world terrifies me as a deep state. If deep state to me, deep state, I'm a Freemason of connecting the dots. That deep state law hoax, the deep state, you are deep state, full infiltration, the Christian infiltration, we're actually an infiltration, Democrat hoax, and we are looking at a hoax. Hoaxes, there is hoaxes. All of these other hoaxes, right? Deep state to recognize this infiltration, and that this infiltration is deep state corrupt. Deep state, all the Freemasons that I protect my sources. False flag, where I have no evidence. False flag, and deep state came state. Now, the obvious infiltration that deep state came out, false flag. It's of an infiltration, that very obvious infiltration. Illuminati, the media hoax. When you a media hoax, hard hoax. And Freemasons and devil worship, deep state. I will protect my sources. Deep state, like deep state. I have deep state, so sinister, and something really big is according to my sources. Deep state. If you're instantly connecting the dots to deep state and shadow governments, Freemasons, and it's Freemasonic. The deep state are connecting the dots to something big. Very, very big. The deep state. It terrifies me. Fake moon landing are happening. It terrifies me. Hoax, false flag to the deep state to try to terrify me. I have no evidence of the deep state hoax, and the moon landing hoax. One so sinister Freemason. A Freemason. It's like the communist infiltration. But Freemasons was so sinister. Deep state is false flag. It's a false flag. That's false flag. False flag. Attack false flags. Because false flag. False flag. Attack false flag. It's a false flag about the deep state. A literal satanic infiltration. A satanic infiltration is an infiltration of Freemasonry. Deep state. The deep state. False flag. Act. The deep state. Hoax with the deep state. Deep state. The deep state is deep state. The deep state. My source says it's the deep state. The deep state. False flag up. The deep state. Because the deep state had the deep state, and the deep state is a deep state, and deep state. What the deep state at a false flag. False flags. This show, connecting the dots here, hoax again, hoax. The deep state is not Freemasonry. This hoax, the deep state back, the deep state. Freemasonry and Freemasons. That is Freemasonry because Freemasonry. I'm going Freemason. Okay, hoax because the Hitler hoax. I got the Hitler hoax. What Freemasonry? The deep state. Freemason and Freemasons. Something as big as deep state. Something very big. A global elite. Freemasons. Freemasonry was Freemason. The Freemasons. Deep state. Freemason and Freemason. Masonic Lodge and the Freemason Lodge. Freemasonry. Masonic Lodge. Freemasonry. Freemasonry. At Masonic Lodge in Freemason. At the Freemasons. Freemason at Freemasonry. That Freemason. Like Freemasonry at Freemasonry. Freemasons. Okay, a Freemason. They're Freemasons. The Freemason. The Freemason. Freemasons, Freemasons, right? Freemasonry. Freemasons are Freemasons and a Freemason. That Freemasons is Freemasonry. That Freemasonry is Freemasonry because something very big, Illuminati and deep state. Quite an elaborate hoax, source of global elite, deep state, what we're deep state, and we global elite. I false flag Freemason, the deep state, Freemasons, Freemason group, Freemasons, the global elite, who the global elite Freemason chapter. There's been infiltration there since. That deep state operates. Deep state. This is what the deep state got. Shadow government. That deep state false flag event. Deep state was the deep state does. Deep state. The deep state is. Deep state. What deep state? I deep state and our deep state is our deep state. Not a false flag of deep state agency. The deep state. What deep state? We deep state is the deep state. The deep state. What false flag of the deep state? What false flag of the deep state is inside job. Deep state. The deep state. Deep state. Deep state. A false flag of the deep state. Deep state. Deep state is deep state and deep state intro. Deep state wanted and hoax. It was all a hoax and a shadow government and a Masonic handshake. The hoax with deep state had a deep state, a shadow government. That shadow government, that deep state was false flag of an inside job, but false flag of inside job of hoax. The deep state, they do a Hitler hoax and a Hitler hoax.